Naomi is Miss Money in the Bank. This story is absolutely beautiful. I cannot express the joy I have for this woman finally winning the Money in the Bank briefcase, finally being pushed to the prominence of this company, to the top, to the piece of this company after so many years of being overlooked and overshadowed and underutilized. Now, to get the grasp of this story, to paint a picture for you guys of how great this is, I have to take you back. Now, I could take you back to when she won the title at Elimination Chamber in 2017, but then had to relinquish the title 2 days after, only to come back at WrestleMania 33 in Orlando and win the title back, but then later to lose it to Natalya after 140 days of a title reign. I could take you back there, but that's way too far back. Let's just take you back to the past few years of Naomi's wrestling career, because the story is quite great. As an athlete in the company, until we had people like Bianca Belair come along, Naomi and Charlotte were at the top of that. And obviously, Charlotte was treated completely different to how Naomi was treated. But I just think they should have raised Naomi's stakes a little bit more, because for somebody who lit up the stage every time she had a wrestling match, for somebody who every time she entered a Royal Rumble, people couldn't wait for two things at the Royal Rumble: what's Kofi Kingston going to do, and what is Naomi going to do? And we all knew she was great. They needed to pull the reins off her. They needed to let her find herself as a character, let her embrace that inner superstar that she knows she has. Let her be confident. She was the star of Total Divas. The people loved her on there as well. So let me take you back to WrestleMania 38, when her and Sasha Banks, they win the WWE Tag Team titles. I think, if I'm correct, they beat Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And then we move on to a few weeks later on, where there's a creative dispute backstage, and we're waiting for a match on Raw to happen with Naomi and Sasha Banks. And we don't see them at all. And the commentators make it known that Naomi and Sasha Banks have gone home, and we've never seen anything like that before, unless it was part of a story suspended from the company and later had to vacate the WWE Tag Team titles. Sasha Banks from there went on to go in main event AEW and win all the belts over there. And then we were hoping for Naomi to come back and join the bloodline, and Naomi had other ideas. She wanted to go and forge her own path and make her way back to the WWE. Rightfully so, following in the footsteps of people like Drew McIntyre. She moves on to TNA. She debuts there April 2023. And then I think in July of that year, she has a match against Deonna Purrazzo, where she picks up the Women's Knockout Championship, and goes on to hold on to that title until January 2024. She was a great champion over there. She was defeating the likes of Mickie James. And she done great stuff over there. She built a name for herself. It got to the point where she's going to make her way back to the WWE. She does do that because she drops the title to Jordynne Grace in January of that year. And then the Royal Rumble return happens, and she turns up and she shows out as she normally does. The crowd was amazed that she turned up. There was a big pop. Sadly, the person she just lost the title to turned up in the same match, which made it a little bit awkward. It was great to see her again. And we were just hopeless. Naomi's back now. She signed a new WWE contract. It felt like you've put all this work in now. Surely when you come back to the company, you're a bigger star now. They push you to the top. They strap the rocket on you, as they'll say. They give you the brass ring, and then you go and get what you get. And it didn't work out that way. She had a Royal Rumble return. She went on to fight at the Elimination Chamber. I think she was defeated at the Elimination Chamber in the match. She was eliminated by Tiffany Stratton at the time. And it felt like they had just got Tiffany on the card, and they kind of brushed Naomi to the side, and we're going to go with Tiffany Stratton. And they actually ended up going with Tiffany Stratton. She went on to WrestleMania and joined the part of the Big Three, which is her, Jade, and Bianca Belair at the time. Great showing. The three strong ladies all in this match. The entrance was great. They were amazing. And people really sold on this little faction they had. But there was always going to be a problem, because there's three of them, and they're trying to go for tag team championships. Meanwhile, Naomi's trying to fight for the WWE Championship as well. And we kind of thought that, freeze the crowd, and eventually they'll probably break away from this. That is what happened. She ended up having a match at Backlash in France, I think it was, in a triple threat match with Bayley, Tiffany Stratton. The reason why this match happened was because when she tried to fight Bayley for the title, Tiffany Stratton interfered in that match and stopped it. So again, you see the pattern there. They're going with Tiffany Stratton, but they're not only going with her, she's causing the problems for Naomi in these said matches. She obviously doesn't win at WWE Backlash in France. She goes and she works her way up to getting another title shot. She gets a title shot against Nia Jax, but at this time, Nia Jax has a faction of Nia, Candice LeRae, and Tiffany Stratton. And Nia, in this match, wins again through interference, again from Tiffany Stratton and Candice LeRae. and it seems like they're almost burying Naomi here. Like, she can't get over the line, and slowly she's gonna get pushed to the back of the queue, because from that moment on, after Tiffany kept getting involved, Tiffany went on to prominence, winning the Money in the Bank, and subsequently ended up cashing in. Whereas Naomi, she kind of was flailing in the wind. You know, Jade and Bianca had their title. Naomi didn't have a title, but she was losing random matches, losing to like Blair Davenport and stuff like that. On no disrespect to her, but losing to Blair Davenport, who at the time had no status in the company and is not even with the company now, on SmackDown. And it felt like same old stuff. They blamed it on Vince prior. It's not Vince in charge now, but the same things are happening. Maybe it wasn't him. She started losing his matches. She joined the Survivor Series team, where she put on a show again. I think that the babyface Survivor Series team, I think they won that match. She joined up with Bianca Belair. Jade Cargill had been taken out. She had been put through a car window. Bianca needed a partner to fight. They won the match, and she officially became the tag team champion with Bianca Belair. Kind of crazy. They lose their title in February of this year to the champions who I've got the belt now, which is Liv Morgan and Raquel. They lose that from a Dom Mysterio interference in that match. And then we go into Elimination Chamber, where the Who Did It was unveiled to be Naomi in that match. And then we got a heel Naomi after that proceed with Caution Naomi, which is the Naomi that we have now, which is the best Naomi we've had in this company ever. She's brilliant. She's great on the mic. Her character's great. She's embracing everything. She's changed her music. She's changed the attire. She's cutting great promos. She's cutting great vignettes and video packages. On the outside of the company, using her own social media platform, she's staying in kayfabe character, and she's just selling the story so much day in, day out, up until now, where we get to the Money in the Bank. She was my pick to win this match, but I didn't think WWE will pull the trigger. But I think sometimes fans are very fickle. I agree. But there is times where you have to kind of listen. You have to get your ear to the street. All these people can't be wanting this one person to be great if they're not great. They pulled the plug. Naomi wins the Money in the Bank 2025 to become Mrs. Money in the Bank. And yes, it's not the WWE Championship at the moment, but it damn near books a title for her in the future. She has 12 months to cash this in. And for me, it sells a perfect story, because you, on one hand, you have Bianca waiting in the wings. You have Jade Cargill, who's trying to kill her all the time. And I can only imagine that every time Naomi goes to cash in this Money in the Bank, Jade is going to be there to try and stop her down the line and make a great story of it. But also, you have to remember, she's a SmackDown superstar, and the SmackDown Women's Champion currently is the person that put all these obstacles in front of Naomi on the way back to the company, which was Tiffany Stratton. This is perfect. This is perfect. If you want to build Tiffany to be a great babyface, you build Naomi to be one of the greatest heels. This is perfect. And I can't wait till she cashes in and becomes SmackDown Women's Champion and heads the top of this company like she should have about a decade ago. I've been your boy, Good Savage. Comment, like, subscribe, and share. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Naomi's great. This was beautiful. Rent.